28 parties going to the polls today. 13 million Dutch people will vote. 14 parties will make it into the parliament. But who is going to form potentially the next coalition? Who's going to be part of it? Joining me now, we have CentERdata, Boukje Cuelenaere joining me now. Great to have you with us. Thank you so much for getting up early before you go to vote. Tell me what your latest polls suggest. We've had a number of different indicators, but what's the very latest thinking from CentERdata?
What we see right now is that the Liberals are slightly ahead. So they used to be very close, the Liberals and right-wing Geert Wilders, but now we see the Liberals slightly ahead. And then you have four parties. You have no idea who will be the third or the fourth party. It's so close, and that's the Lib Dems, it's Green Left, it's the Christian Democrats and the Socialist Party. So
let's talk about the weekend events. The Netherlands and the Turks went rhetorically head to head.
Yes.
Has that significantly gone against Geert Wilders? Because in the TV debate there was this haranguing match between the two of them. So give me a sense of what kind of shift there has been as a result of the Turkish-Dutch spat.
I think it is Rutte showed leadership, and you see that all parties from left to right wing agreed in a way to what the Dutch government did in the weekend, and then you can see slightly going up the support for the Liberals, for Rutte's party. So I think there's some influence, and then you see that also as Rutte himself indicated, this situation needs statesmanship, needs leadership, and does not need a person who's sitting on the couch and sending tweets into the world.
And this is in part some of the things that have been indicated. This is the statesmanship moment for Rutte in terms of appealing across the country. Do you think one of the facets of Marine Le Pen's success and her backers have been that they are solid? Her support is rock solid. Do the Wilders support camp, do they drift? Are they as absolutely tied to Wilders as perhaps we see in the Le Pen campaign?
Well, first, it's very important that you have to realize that we have medium-sized parties. So even the largest party does not have 20% of the voters. And for the Wilders side, you see, I think 10% of the voters is his solid base. So, and then you have another 5 to 10% that is shifting between Liberals and right wing. So it's not a huge solid, no party has a huge solid group of voters behind them.
There is no doubt about it. Integration. This is an election about integration, immigration. Those are the central issues. Whatever way you cut it up, this entire campaign lurched to the right. Rutte took out a full-page ad in the national press saying, if you don't like it here, go home. So this has irrevocably changed the landscape of Dutch and European politics, hasn't it?
Yes, it definitely has. This was, say about 10 years ago, this was not to imagine that we would talk like that and that the political discussion would be like that. But I think that over time you see changes anyway. Also the climate debate was not 10 years ago as it is now. So yes, it is a change, and it has changed the Dutch landscape, but it's because it's all medium-sized parties and because the landscape is so equalized in a way. It's not, you do not have a huge right or a huge left. It's a lot of medium in between type of discussion. So
we're looking at an average of what, since World War II, 72 days to form a coalition. It's going to be a battle of negotiations. How many parties do you think will be in this new coalition, this coalescing of minds?
Yeah, even that is very difficult to say. At least 4 parties will be needed, and probably 5. This really has to do with what exactly the outcome will be, because you have so many small parties. We do not yet know. I think 4 or 5 parties will be needed.
Was there one specific thing apart from the Turkish-Netherlands spat over the past 7 days in your polling that has peaked in terms of a key issue?
And then I think it's economics, not the classical economics, but people do not feel heard. People feel that the government has let them down. Yes, we have come out of the crisis, but we do not have given all the citizens comfort. We do not have given them the feeling that government is listening to them.